Chatting module number 1, get your pen out, get your paper out. I'm about to teach you how to get rich. Chatting is very important because it is the whole sales part of your business. It's where you're going to be making 80% of your revenue. So listen up. If you're new here, get a pen and paper, especially if you're new to chatting. It's nice to have like your notes written down, and then while you're chatting, you can keep looking back at the notes because it's just easier to follow along and make sure you don't forget anything and miss anything. So yeah, get your pen and paper out. Let's get right into it. Module number 1 is going to be chatting goals. So why are you chatting? What's the point of chatting? Point of chatting is to make as much money as possible, maximize revenue, and portray your client in the correct way. So what I mean by this is if your client has a niche, whatever it might be, gamer girl, next door girl type niche, next door girl, let's take that for example. You want to make the chatting like really cute and innocent, like text like a girl. So that's it's really important for just creating a persona for the model. If you're just taking on a new model, she doesn't have a persona yet, you can create one, and then you can align the chatting with that persona. Make sure it matches you. You have to make sure everything in this business model matches. That's what really separates the top level agencies from the amateurs, basically, in my opinion. So chatting goals are to maximize the amount of revenue. The way you do this is by building relationships, which is a whole nother module itself because it's so important. So building relationships and creating long-term customers, that kind of comes off of building relationships. Also, when you're chatting, you have to completely destroy your limiting beliefs. When I first came into this business model and sold my first $100 PPV, my mind was blown. Couldn't imagine someone fucking spending $100 for a 2-minute video. If you think that's a lot, these guys will spend thousands of dollars a day. It doesn't even have to be videos, just talking to the creator and maybe custom pictures, whatever it is. Don't associate your limiting beliefs with the OnlyFans space in general, because just because you wouldn't buy something doesn't mean these guys won't. These guys will spend thousands of dollars every single fucking day on your creator. So yeah, just cut out all of your limiting beliefs. It's just going to hinder you. I remember even at the start of my journey, when I was chatting myself, I was selling $100 PPVs, and I didn't even think about going to $200 because in my mind, it just didn't work. I was like, how is someone going to pay $200? As soon as I started doing $200, people were just buying them all the time. Obviously, you have to have good chatting, but yeah, that's just important to destroy your limiting beliefs. And the way you're going to maximize your money and profits, revenue from chatting, you need to develop a system. So with my chatting system, I don't like to hard sell. A lot of agencies just spam mass message fucking PPVs just non-stop. You can do this to the time wasters, no problem, but you want to exclude the big spenders because you want to make their experience a bit more personal. They're paying premium for it, so make sure you're creating their experience just so for them, so they'll spend that bit more money. And for when you develop a system, you need to be gathering information and note taking. So you can do this on the OnlyFans thing itself, on the OnlyFans platform, but it's not really great because you have limited space to take down information. It's like limit of 200 characters or something. I use BuddyX currently. Great software. I'll link in the description. I'm not affiliated or anything. You can use Inflow and stuff too, but BuddyX is the cheapest and it has all the same features of Inflow, of all these other chatting tools. So I use BuddyX. You can take notes in BuddyX, and I think it's unlimited the amount of notes you can take. So a quick example of info gathering would be like where they're from, how old they are, what are their interests, what do they like sexually, when is wanking time, so when will they spend money on you. And you can develop the system yourself. Anything you think will be useful for chatters to know or for yourself to know, especially once you have a lot of customers, you need to develop a good system for information gathering, because when you have lots of customers, you forget, especially you don't want to be forgetting the whale's preferences or where they're from or how old they are. You need to be taking this stuff down. Very important to do this from the start, especially if you get some big customers from the start. It's always it's essential to gather this information. Next is building relationships. This will take your revenue to the next level. Once you have some solid relationships built, These guys be paying your rent, be paying everything for you. I'll talk about that in a later module. Yeah, so when you're building out the system, you need to do information gathering. You need to have a system for dealing with time wasters. So a quick example of dealing with time wasters, let's say you try to run a script, he doesn't buy it. After he doesn't buy the first script, obviously you'll go into objection handling and stuff, which I'll talk about later. After you've done all that, let's say you wait a week, you send him a mass PPV video, or you send him another script, he doesn't buy it. Then you send him a mass PPV, he doesn't buy it. Only then you will mark him as a time waster. This is the importance of building systems and having a chatting system, because if he doesn't buy the first script, whatever, he might not be horny in the moment, he might not be in a position to buy the script, whatever it is, he might not buy the first one for whatever reason. Once you track this, you can track it on whatever, you build out a system for yourself, track it, say, okay, Johnny didn't buy script 1, send him script 2, Johnny didn't buy script 2, send him mass PPV, Johnny didn't buy mass PPV, mark him as a time waster, and you can just spam this guy with mass messages, pay-per-views. So hopefully he'll buy something, and you can mark him as really cheap, and maybe he'll buy like a $5 PPV, whatever. But with the time wasters as well, I get this question a lot, like how to deal with time wasters. So don't be talking to them for free. A lot of these guys just want to talk to the model, and you're giving them exactly what they want. They want the model's attention. Well, they think it's the model when it's you sitting behind the laptop, computer, whatever. They want the model's attention. They have to pay for this. This is why you always have to be charging for your model's time and charging for any sort of texting. You cannot be texting for free. Our attention is valuable. The model's attention is valuable. They have to spend money to get our attention. So when these guys chat for free, a lot of them, some of them are actually quite smart, and they will say, oh, how much is this sex tape, whatever, pretending like they're going to buy it. But then you say a price, whatever, you say like $200, and then he might say, oh, too expensive, can you do a bit cheaper? And then you say, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll do it a bit cheaper just for you. You send it to him for like, whatever, 150, and he doesn't buy it. And then he keeps trying to text. So this is what I mean. Some of the subscribers actually have a brain, and they just want like attention from the model, and they'll pretend to want to buy a video just to get attention. You have to identify this and cut that shit out. You don't want to be wasting time on these guys. If you could try cut a price once, twice. If he doesn't buy it, just NR him and then just add him to the time waster list. Or ideally you try running another script and then add him to the time waster list. Yeah, don't argue with these guys. A lot of, like, when he doesn't buy the discounted price, don't start arguing with him. Just, if he doesn't buy it and he says, oh, I'm getting my money tomorrow or whatever, you can make a note of that. Or just mark him as a time waster. Don't argue with them, especially if you're representing the client. Keep it professional. If he doesn't buy after a discount, just don't reply to him until next time you want to try sell to him. Yeah, I think that's it with chatting goals. So the main thing is try to make as much money as possible. Develop a system. I'm not going to give you a system because you guys can develop this yourself for whatever strategies you want to use. But yeah, so develop a system. As soon as the fan subscribes, what do you say? How do you gather the information? What information do you gather? If he buys the first script, if he buys it, make a note that he bought the first script and he's a good spender. If he doesn't buy it, make a note of that, and then you can try retarget him again. If he still doesn't buy it, you can try one more time with the mass PPV. If he still doesn't buy it, you can mark him as time waster and then try selling cheap mass messages. I think that's it for chatting goals. Yeah, the other modules are going to be a bit longer. I'm going to be covering literally everything. So the other modules will next module will be out tomorrow, the day after, daily videos. If you guys have any questions, I have a free Telegram group chat, and I'll try answer all my questions. I do get a lot of DMs, so I'll try answer every question I can get. Also guys, if you're DMing me for whatever it might be, business purposes, please say it straight away. If you're messaging me on IG, I have a lot of guys just messaging me like, hey. I'm not going to reply to that because I don't have time to reply to every single hey message and ask you guys what you want. Just if it's a question about OnlyFans, whatever, I'll try to help you out. Just make it clear. You don't have to say hey bro. Just say the question and say like, oh, I'd appreciate your help and I'll get back to you. I'll try my best to get back to you, because I get so many DMs saying like, hey bro, and that's it, and I don't know what the fuck he wants. So yeah, just make it clear. Free Telegram down below. daily video. Subscribe if you found a bit of value in this. And yeah, I'm going to be diving deep into chatting in this guide. That's it for today. Peace out. Okay, this is going to be module 2 of the chatting course. This module is going to be about chatting basics. Some very important stuff in this module, so make sure you get your pen and paper and take all of this stuff down, especially if you're new. Let's get right into it. Now, in the previous module, I talked about your goals with chatting. Obviously, your goal is to make as much money as possible. I'm going to teach you how to do that now. So, first thing, when someone subscribes to the OnlyFans account, first thing you need to do is build rapport with this person. So the first thing he's going to see is he's obviously going to scroll through your profile, have a look, whatever. Then he's going to go to the DMs, and the first thing he's going to see is the welcome message. So welcome message is really important. I like to do a video or no welcome message at all, and I'll explain this now. So with the welcome video, we like to do, I'm not going to tell you exactly what we do, but we like to just, in the video, we get the model to talk and ask the fan about his preferences in a certain way. So we're trying to just extract information straight away before we even have to text him. Hopefully he'll text us with something, with a reply to the welcome message. So he'll reply to us, he'll text us first with whatever turns him on, and we will note that down. So you can either do a video welcome message or you can do no welcome message. Now, no welcome message works really well as well, because you're not straight away in the DMs trying to sell him. So maybe if you do no welcome message, I recommend to reply after 10 minutes. So make sure your chatters are on, you have 24/7 chatting, and make sure the chatters are in the DMs 5 minutes after the guy subs, just so it looks like it's the actual girl typing and it's not an automated message, because every single OnlyFans creator has a welcome message. If you want to stand out from the crowd and make it look like the girl is actually managing the account, you can do no welcome message. Test these two out, see which one works better for you. And yeah, so also with the welcome message, do not do a PPV message. I see so many models doing this. When you subscribe, you're just slapped in the face with a PPV. It's not what you want to see. Imagine you're the guy subscribing to the OnlyFans profile. First thing you see is pay-per-view. It just completely ruins the relationship at the start, in my opinion. I never do this, and I've had great success without a PPV message at the start. So yeah, next, after the welcome message, he will send a DM or you will initiate the conversation. Either way, you're going to need to find out what they like, find out a little bit more, start building the rapport. So you're going to need to chat to him like a normal girl or whatever, if your client is trans or male. Chat to him representing the client as best as you can. So you have to act like the client. So the first thing you need to do is warm them up. So don't make it sexual straight away. Talk to him a little bit, back and forth. See what he likes. You can find out his job, how old he is, where does he live, what his schedule. So when is wank time? When's he going to spend his money with you? And what are his hobbies? Just find out all of these kind of things about him. Especially, this has to be done at the start, and this has to be noted down. So whatever chatting tool you're using, if you're not using any chatting tool, you can note it down somewhere. You can note it down on OnlyFans website, wherever. Just make sure you're noting down this information. And another thing is to treat every single sub like a whale. So every single subscriber that comes in the door at our agency, we treat them as if they're a whale and as if they're going to spend a lot of money. So this means chatting to them a lot at the start for free. You have to be able to weed out time wasters, but you also have to not come across too salesy, and you can't be just running scripts as soon as they come in. Obviously, with some customers you can. You have to identify buying signals. If a guy is horny, if he wants to buy content, then you can sell to him. But even then, I recommend not selling to him. Don't give him what he wants straight away. Wait a little bit, and yeah, that would be my advice. Wait a little bit and make him work for it, because every other creator is just giving it to him straight away. Here you go, buy my content. If you make him work for it a little bit, you'd be like, okay, I kind of like this girl. She's a bit different. That brings me to the next point. You have to stand out. You cannot be like 99% of OnlyFans creators. You have to stand out a little bit. You have to understand these guys are subbed to tens, 20, whatever, hundreds of girls. They're getting spammed with DMs. You have to stand out and make your creator unique. Multiple ways you can do this. You can use your imagination, and I've just mentioned how you can do that. So yeah, make sure you treat every subscriber like a whale. In my personal experience, when I started doing this, so before I would kind of, I would kind of judge the customers based on their job. Like if a guy is a college student, I would think, yeah, he'd have no money. And then that same guy came and spent $300 or $400 in just one go. So make sure you're treating every single subscriber as if they're a high-paying customer, because a lot of them will be. You will get a lot of time wasters, but just keep this in mind, because if you treat every single customer like a whale and give them that attention, they will spend more money with you. 100%, this is the case. So yeah, don't give him what he wants straight away. And this can be a double-edged sword, because he might just leave and not buy from you. But in my opinion, when you don't give him what he wants straight away, it just differentiates yourself. Obviously, if he's giving lots of buy signals and he wants to buy from you, you can sell to him. But if you can tell he's still like really interested and still talking to you, when you're not giving him what he wants, this is the spot you want the fan, because he will spend lots of money when you decide to sell him the content. Obviously, you're going to sell it to him on the same day, but just leave it a little bit longer, because no creators are doing that. And you can test out different strategies with chatting. You guys can do whatever you want. This is my advice, and this is what works really, really well for me. Yeah, so next will be text like a girl. If your model's a girl, I'm assuming. Text like a girl, you have to flirt like a girl, and you have to just portray, when you're texting, you have to think like the client you're representing. So what would, like, most of our clients, we portray them as 18-year-old girls, because most guys like that. So we say like a lot of cute phrases like lol and like cute faces, cute emojis. Also, guys, with the emojis, don't be spamming all these shitty emojis. I see so many agencies spamming like hot face, and then like the squirt emoji, the water emoji, and like they'd have like 6 different emojis in one text. Like that's just ridiculous. Just keep it simple. Keep it stupid simple. I like to do like 5 emojis for the whole creator account. We don't even go past 5 emojis. So yeah, just figure out which ones you want to do for your creator. The pleading face emoji has made me thousands of dollars. I know it might sound stupid, but when we try to extract money from the whale, any customer really, the pleading face emoji really works. So yeah, just figure out your own kind of style, whatever niche you're in, and use the correlating emojis. It is quite important. So yeah, text like a girl, flirt like a girl, and yeah, that's that part. Descriptive language. Make sure you're using descriptive language and powerful words. So paint an image, especially when you're sending PPV, paint an image in the customer's mind of what that PPV has. Don't give it all away, but tell him, like, you have to tell them, you have to kind of like play with the content and tease him, but you have to make sure he kind of knows what's in the content. And use descriptive language. Don't how can I say it? If the fan is coming to you and texting paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs, make sure you're reciprocating that and coming back to him with paragraphs yourself. Because if a fan is spending so much time texting you and writing out a whole paragraph, and then you just reply with like a couple words, it's going to break the relationship. And with the descriptive language, it's really good just for painting an image in the customer's mind. And when you use it correctly, you have a lot higher unlock rate on your PPVs. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, so paint a picture in their mind, especially when you're selling. This is really big. Now I'll talk a little bit about scripts. So I'm guessing some of you guys know what scripts are. If you don't, a script is a couple of pieces of content all filmed within the same time frame. So like, let's say a script that works really well for us. Actually, I'm not going to say that because you guys are going to start using it. Let's just say it's a Netflix and chill script. So the girl's lying on the bed. She'll take a picture of herself, just like a normal selfie. This will be free picture. So the idea is, it's kind of like snapping someone else. They think it's happening in real time. And then they will spend a lot more money if they think it's happening in real time. So let's take Netflix and chill, for example. This is a decent script. The girl is lying on the bed. She takes a selfie of her with the remote, or she will take a selfie of her with Netflix on in the background. And so this is like the start of the sexting script. The guy will text, and then we will say, on the model will say, what are you doing right now? He will say, whatever, just got off work, what are you doing? And then she'll come back with the picture of her watching Netflix. And you could say something like, oh, not much watching Netflix right now. And the purpose of the script is for the fan to think that this is happening in real time. So then the script will start getting progressively more naughty and more, get the guy more horny and to spend more money. So then let's say she takes a picture of her ass, still very safe for work, still not showing too much, but getting the guy horny and getting him ready to buy. So you will send 2 to 3 free pictures, maybe a free 15-second video of the girl shaking her ass or something, and just get the guy really horny and make him want to buy. And then you, after a little bit of texting, you will start sending the script, the parts of the script, which the customer has to pay to unlock. So that's essentially scripts, and you will have maybe like an 8-piece script, so 8 pieces of content, and this whole script will sell for $300+ depending on your prices. I recommend pricing high. It depends on your creator and depends on your strategy. But with our scripts now, we don't sell scripts for less than $400 for a full script. So right now my script pricing is, I'm not going to tell you the exact script pricing, but it's around $15 for the first video. Then it's around $45 for the next video, for the second video. Third video then is like $85. I know they're big jumps, but our chatting strategy works and we can charge a high amount of money. And the way we use descriptive language, the way we paint the picture in the customer's mind, they unlock these, even though they're big jumps. So first video is like $15. Second video is $45. Third video is $85. And then after the third video, this is when the script gets really naughty and she'll start getting naked after like the third video or on the third video. So the guy hasn't even seen her naked and he spent like, over $100. And then we go in with $100 PPV for the naked video. And then we just keep progressing. So it goes $100, $140, and then $200. You want to be hitting these $200 PPVs. Eliminate all your limiting beliefs. These guys will spend a lot of money, especially if you do the script right and your chatting is on point. So that's scripts. I hope I covered everything. Script pricing, and then after the script, after the guys come, after you've had your fun, don't just not reply to him. Ideally, at the end of a script, you'll have a picture of the model smiling, and then you can say, "Oh, you made me so happy," whatever. It helps build relationships a little bit more. What else? And just keep texting him, like, especially if he's bought a full script, you want to give him a lot of aftercare. Some guys will just some guys will just have their fun and leave, but you want to keep them there and you want to keep building the relationship, especially after they've had their fun, whatever. You want to keep texting them, keep extracting information. Every bit of information you extract from this guy, especially once he spent money, make sure you track it. Very important for other chatters coming onto the account, and just important to know this stuff. And I'll tell you guys a little bit more in module 5 about automating and outsourcing. But yeah, I think that's it for chatting basics. Let me just check really quick if there's anything else I wanted to cover. Scripts, aftercare. No, that's it. That's it for chatting basics. The next couple of videos are going to be quite long. I did cover a lot in this video, but there's so much more to chatting. I'm just going to try to give you guys so the Pareto principle, I'm going to try to give you guys 20% of the info you need to make 80% of the results, because otherwise it would just take so long to go through everything in chatting. I know I've already went through a lot, but there's going to be a lot more in the advanced chatting module. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Free Telegram group down below if you have any questions. I respond there daily. And daily videos. Tomorrow is going to be the next module of the chatting agency chatting course. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you liked, if you got any value. If you're a model looking for management, we are taking on one more model for the month of February. So shoot me a DM on my Instagram or Telegram, be linked down below. That's it for today. Peace. Hope you guys make a lot of money. That's it. Peace out. Okay, module number 3 of the chatting course, relationship building. Now, the reason relationship building is so important, if you want a single fan to spend $10, $20, $100,000 on your creator, which is very, very possible and happens quite a lot. If you want a single fan to spend this type of money on your creator, you need to be good at building relationships. So genuine relationships, first things first is you need to figure out why the fan is on OnlyFans. It might just be to buy content. A lot of these guys want a little bit more. They want to really get to know the model, and obviously they want to see the model, which will never happen. But a lot of times they really want a genuine relationship. They want someone that they can talk to at night before going to sleep. They want to relieve that lonely feeling that they get. Now, first things first when it comes to relationship building is gathering information. So when the fan comes to the page, don't shove a PPV down his throat. Chill out for a second and start information gathering. Once I've started doing this in my agency, once I've started treating every single fan that comes in the door as a potential whale and as a potential high-paying customer, I've seen really high ROI just by giving that little bit more attention at the start without any transactions happening. Now, obviously, you want to identify time wasters. I talked about that last video. Identify time wasters, cut that shit out. But you need to identify high-paying customers early as well. So as soon as they come in the door, you want to start asking questions, seeing what they want from you, what they want from your creator, what they're looking for. They might be looking for a girlfriend, experience, whatever it is. You need to find this out, note it down, information gathering, like I mentioned in the last video. Note this shit down and sell them on that point. I can't emphasize this enough. So whatever it might be, maybe the guy's lonely and he wants cuddles after sex, whatever it is, make sure you note that down. A lot of guys, and after you run a successful script on these guys, don't just leave, don't cut the attention. Obviously you want to be making money, but relationship building happens before and after and during scripts, but aftercare is very important. So once we finish a script, we like to just like say, oh, this is just an example. Oh, I wish I could cuddle you right now, run my nails along your back. These guys love this shit. They love all this lovey-dovey stuff. In my case anyway, I've found a lot of these high-paying customers like the whole, they like being in love, obviously, and they like when we, how can I say it? When we give them exactly what they want. So after they ran the script, after they've had their fun, you want to just really like emphasize the whole love point. You want to give them the feeling that they need as a man and alleviate their loneliness, basically. I'm trying to figure out how to say it better, but yeah, that's pretty much that part. Tell them exactly what he wants to hear. A good one that we use, I'll give you guys some free game right here. A good one that we use is, oh, a lot of guys just come on here and want to see me naked. You're different. You actually seem to want to know me and actually genuinely interested in me. This is one that we use and it works really well. Just separates him from the crowd and makes him feel unique. Use the customer's name. So obviously information gathering, get their name at the start and use it. People love hearing their name. What else? Be really descriptive. Again, descriptive language. I cover that in chatting basics. But like with the cuddling stuff, this works really well for us. So after they've ran the script, just be really descriptive. Say, oh, I wish we could cuddle right now. I just want to feel warm. It's so cold right now where I'm from. Whatever it is, just be descriptive and give the fan what he wants. Yeah, and also reciprocate. If this fan is spending a lot of money on you, if he's not spending money, fuck him. If he's spending a lot of money on you, and he's like sending paragraphs or he's sending really deep conversation stuff, make sure to reciprocate. Give him back. So mirror him essentially. If he's giving you paragraphs, obviously don't just write like one line and fuck him off, especially if he's sending money. Just reciprocate. Maybe write a bit of a longer text, and you might like play on a point that he mentioned in his previous text, whatever it might be. But reciprocate the attention that he's giving you. Make sure you're giving him like similar amounts of attention back. Obviously, it depends how much money he's spending. But if he's spending a lot of money, keep this going. You need to build genuine relationships. Ask him about his day. Become genuinely interested in this guy. If this guy is giving you fucking 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, which is the case with not a lot, but with a good few fans, yeah, you want to get to know every single thing about his life and make sure you note this down. Keep it like boyfriend girlfriend vibe. Depends on the fan, obviously, but a lot of these guys like the idea of having an online girlfriend or having someone there that cares about them, that knows everything about their life. These guys go to work thinking about the model the whole day, and then they come back and they're like, and that's all they want. All they want to do is talk to the model. When you get the guy to this stage, he will spend crazy amounts of money on you. Yeah, I think that's that. Make him feel heard. Any of his problems, anything he wants from life, figure all of this stuff out and just try give him the best experience he can. This is when the guys will spend the most amount of money on you, and obviously that's the goal. What else did I want to talk about? Remember little things like their birthday. Just all of these little things will help build genuine relationships. Think about like the best relationships in your life. Why are they so good? Like think about your mates, think about your girlfriend, whatever it might be. Think about why that's so good and try replicate. How can I say it? But yeah, just try build a really genuine relationship, especially if these guys are spending a lot of money. I know I've said that a lot now, but I can't emphasize the importance of relationship building enough. In the next module, I'm going to talk about all the other stuff. So in advanced chatting, I'm going to go through so much more, but relationship building is really important. You need to take it seriously, figure out a good system to gather information and relay it to the team, or if it's just you gathering information and then coming back. Let's say the sub is gone for 2 days. You come back and say, oh babe, it's your birthday next week. Why haven't you been texting me? Stuff like this just really increases the bond and really increases your lifetime value of customer. So I think that's it for relationship building. I might have left a few things out, but yeah, I think that's it for today. If you guys found a bit of value in the video, subscribe. I'm doing daily content. If you guys want to join a free OnlyFans networking group, link will be down in the description. We have a lot of big money guys in there and a lot of creators. If you want to find a model, you can send a post in there. One might get back to you, one might not. But yeah, that's it for today. Free Telegram down below. Module number 4 is out tomorrow. It's going to be advanced chatting. A lot of information. You don't want to miss it. That's it for today, guys. Peace out. Okay, motherfuckers. Chatting module number 4, advanced chatting. Let's get right into it. So first thing I want to talk about is custom content and video calls. So with your creator, it depends if she's down to do custom videos and video calls. If she is, you can make a lot of money with them. So right now for custom video calls, so FaceTime or Instagram video call, we charge $100 per minute. So let's say it's a 10-minute call, it's $1,000. If it's usually they buy five minutes. So it depends on your creator as well. It depends how good looking she is. Depends how many followers she has. If she's like influencer, you can charge these prices. Even if she's like just like a casual next door girl, but you have to frame it in a way that makes it more valuable. So you could say like, oh, I've never done a video call. This would be my first one. All this shit, sell them the dream, and then charge a premium. So yeah, I recommend when you're starting out, you can do like $20 a minute. So a 10-minute call would be $200. But as you do more of them and your creator gets more comfortable and there's a higher demand, then increase the price. That's video calls. Custom content. Custom content is very important. Again, about $100 a minute. Depends what the custom content is. If it's just like a video of her playing with her tits, obviously it's going to be cheaper. Or if she's doing more and saying the customer's name, as soon as a name is mentioned, custom content should be more than $350, no matter what it is. As soon as their name is mentioned, $350 plus. Don't go cheaper than that. A lot of fans will buy it. A lot of fans will try haggle, but I'll talk about that later in the video with objection handling. So yeah, the reason custom content is so important is because you can only run scripts so many times before these guys start catching on. We've had whales for like 6 months, just constantly running scripts, and we've learned this the hard way. And they eventually catch on, and yeah, it just gets kind of stale. They know it's not being recorded in the moment after like 100 scripts. Obviously, they're going to know it's not recorded in the moment. Maybe they won't, but most people that have a brain will figure this out. So so this is why we put such a high emphasis on custom content. Charge a premium price, and they know it's made just for them, so they'll buy it. And the better you make the custom content, the more they'll come back for in future. So yeah, that's custom content. Next, I'll talk about identifying buying signals. So you need to train your, give me a sec. 2 seconds. All right. So you need to train your chatters to identify buying signals. So buying signal is anytime a subscriber wants to pay money or start spending money. So a good buying signal would be a tip. If a subscriber starts randomly tipping, obviously you know he's ready to spend. If he's asking the model what she's doing right now, depends. He could be at work just wanting to chat, but you have to identify if he's in a place to wank and spend money on your creator. So yeah, it's very important to identify these buying signals. Very important to train your chatters to identify these buying signals. Too many times I've went into the chats when I've just hired new chatters and I see that the sub has gave a really strong buying signal. He wants to buy and the chatter just keeps talking. You need to train them and make sure they pick up on every single little buying signal. Anything. A good chatter should be able to turn any conversation sexual and get the fan spending money. Yeah, so that's buying signals. Make sure you're identifying them. Make sure you have a system to identify them. And yeah, that's buying signals. Next is the just for you. So this is for every sub really. Every sub that wants to buy from you, and you always want to make it seem like he's getting a special deal. So yeah, just for you, babe, I'll make it $200, whatever. Also, how can I say, price structure, I don't know how you say it, but let's say there's a video that you want to sell that's too long and you can't sell it. Like the maximum PPV you can sell for OnlyFans is $200. But let's say you want to sell a PPV for $400, which is very possible. You guys just need to take chatting seriously and become better at chatting. So this is the way we do it. If we have a video that is like 5 or 10 minutes long at the end of a script and we can't charge $200, it's just too little amount to charge. Especially if these whales are spending loads of money, you need to be extracting maximum value. So the way we do this at our agency, first we'll say, so it's basically a discount. First we'll say, okay, babe, I have this video, I really want to show you, but I don't want you to spend lots of money. And he'll be like, oh, how much? And then you just say like a ridiculous price. You could say like, oh, usually I'd sell it for $1,000, but just because I like you, just because you're special, just for you, again, coming back to just for you, I'll make it $400. And that price difference makes it seem like such a better deal in the customer's mind. If you just straight up charge $400 for this video, it's gonna be like, what the fuck? $400 is so much money. If you say it's $1,000 first and cut it down to $400 just for you, I'm telling you, this shit works like magic. So yeah, make sure you implement this, test it, see what works. I'm not gonna tell you the exact script we use, but yeah, test it yourself. Next is attempting the first sale. So when a fan joins, whatever, you chat to him for a little bit, gather some information. When you're trying to attempt the first sale, this can be the hardest. But yeah, so when a new subscriber comes, attempting the first sale, you need to really have like good copy, so like good text under the PPV, whatever it is, and really warm them up. If you've warmed them up and you have really good text, your chatting is on point, and he still doesn't buy, you have a couple of options. First, you can ask him why he hasn't bought the video or why he hasn't opened it. Again, you've made the video just for him. Emphasize this all the time. Anything to do with chatting, it's always just for the fan. So yeah, if he hasn't bought it, you can ask him, oh, why haven't you bought it? And then he might tell you why. Be like, oh, I'm not home right now, or I don't have enough money, even though it's the first fucking PPV, it's dirt cheap. He might not have enough money. And then you can say, so I never like to cut prices, never. Unless it's like a tiny little discount, but I always offer to send the next video for free because we charge a premium for each PPV. If he doesn't buy, I like to say, oh babe, if you open this one, I'll make another one for you for free. And then you can send him a shorter video because you don't want to be giving too much away for free. And then that might just get him hard enough to buy the whole script. A lot of guys say, oh, I don't have money. And once you've warmed them up fully and like figured out why they're not buying and handled that objection, then a lot of these guys that say they don't have money or they can't spend right now, a lot of these guys will continue to buy a full script for like $400, $500 when they said they've had no money. So you just have to navigate your way around it. And this leads me into objection handling. So let's say the price is too much. Again, I like to just give him a free video rather than cut the price, because you never want to cut the price or else he's always going to be haggling price and you don't want that. You can also say, babe, I find it really unattractive when a guy tries to bargain or haggle, which a lot of girls do. So you can just say that. Couple different ways you can handle objections. What else? What's another common one? Yeah, whatever. That's objection handling. Just figure out a way. Obviously you'll get this with experience as well, but never go down on price. You're charging a premium for your product because it's a premium product, hopefully. And yeah, so that's that. You're charging a premium for the content because the content is very good and you're never going to go lower than what you set. You can give them free bonuses if you want. Charge a premium. And yeah, anytime a whale is spending, like non-stop spending, no limit, once you're just buying, keep fucking going. And with these whales, make sure, okay, you've identified money isn't an issue for him. Charge extra for the next script. Obviously, don't go fucking, if you sell your first PPV at $14 and then next time you sell it at 100, obviously don't do like a massive jump. Increase it slowly, but definitely increase. If you're spending with no limits, definitely increase the price at what you sell it. You don't, now there's a fine line because you don't want him to know that you've increased the price on him because he's spending money. You don't want to do that. You want to just kind of make it more casual. Yeah, just figure out a way to increase the price slowly without like getting him alert and like being suspicious of you for charging him more money, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Yeah, next is upsells. So after a subscriber has bought a script, still room to sell him. You could say, oh, you could upsell a custom video. You could upsell sex tapes. You could upsell live call, whatever you want to upsell. Upsells are massive for increasing revenue on any OnlyFans account, especially after the script. If he hasn't finished yet, fucking get on him. Make sure you're offering him stuff. Again, it's a fine line. You don't want to finish a script and then, like, you have to have a bit of common sense. You don't want to finish a script and straight away start shoving fucking sex tapes down his throat and live calls and everything. You need to just do it slowly and make sure he doesn't notice, or make sure he doesn't feel like he's just getting used for his money. So yeah, that's upsells. I think that's it for the advanced chatting. Next module, I'm going to be talking about how to automate and outsource all of your chatting, so you don't have to be chatting behind the screen 12 hours a day like everyone does at the start. It's essential to do it yourself if you're just brand new to OnlyFans. Essential to do it yourself to figure out how to do it and get a bit of a grasp on how chatting works. I recommend this with every part of the business model. So if you're, whatever it might be, chatting, marketing, whatever, instead of just hiring someone to do all of your marketing, just do the marketing first, see what works, just so you know how to do it and you can train other people, other staff members, and you know if they're doing it properly. So yeah, that's it for today. Tomorrow's video is going to be about outsourcing and yeah, training chatters, everything you need to know. That's it for today's video, guys. Hope you found a bit of value. If you did, drop a sub. Daily videos as fucking usual. We don't miss. So yeah, free Telegram down below if you want to network with other agency owners. There's a couple of creators in there as well, and a bit of free sauce that I don't show on the YouTube channel because I can't. So yeah, free sauce in the Telegram, daily videos. Subscribe if you're new. Peace out. Hopefully you guys got a bit of value. See you in the next one. Okay, module number 5 of the OnlyFans agency chatting course. Let's get right into it. Now, this module is going to be about outsourcing. The main reason you want to outsource is because you as a business owner have to spend your time growing the business. If you're spending 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day chatting, you're not going to have time to grow and you're just going to stay at the same level of income. Obviously, the chatting might be a little bit better because you're chatting yourself and you know exactly how to chat, but you need to let go of this. I had this issue at the start because I was really good at chatting. I was pulling in loads of money every day, but I was spending like 12, 13, 14 hours a day just in the DMs. So yeah, it's really important to outsource. I know it's going to be difficult to do at the start because you don't want to give that responsibility to someone else, but you have to. Otherwise, you won't be able to grow as much as you want, or grow at all, really. So yeah, let's get right into it. What to look for with chatters. I already made a video on where to find chatters. You can find that on the YouTube channel. But what to look for, you need a hardworking, trustworthy and dedicated person. So you're looking for long-term staff members. You're not looking to swap out chatters every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You're looking for long-term staff to help you grow, to help grow your business, and to be invested into your vision. So you need to tell them exactly where you want to take it, and what is in it for them, how much are they going to get raised or whatever. Now, I like to, personally, I like to pick chatters from my personal network, so people that I know in real life, or just native English speaking chatters. They are the best in my opinion, because let's say, for an example, you're talking to a whale. If a Filipino chatter, I'm saying that because most people hire from Philippines, if a Filipino chatter is talking on your account and the model is like American or UK, obviously she's going to have fluent English, and she's going to know how to flirt. Now, the issue that I've had with Filipino chatters was they had like very classroom level English. They couldn't flirt properly, and they couldn't like pick up on banter and little hints. So you could get around this by training, but I just prefer to use native English speaking chatters. Obviously you'll be paying more money, but in my opinion, it's worth it. Next, you will need to have a solid training system in place. So you want the chatters to go through training, obviously, like hiring any staff for any business. You need your sales team to run through training. Learn how things are done at your agency, learn how to gather information, learn when to push, when to sell. You need a full training system built out. And a lot of people will just hire chatters and leave them on the account and think, okay, that's chatting done. That is not what you want to do, or else you're going to see a rapid decline in sales. You need to really train them as much as you can, and then follow up. So there's different ways to track chatter sales and performance. Personally, I like to do it manually. So I'll have a member of staff just go through the DMs and see where the chatters could have done better and could have made more sales, and then pick them up on that and mention it to them. A lot of agencies have like a clock in, clock out system with screenshots. So it takes a screenshot every 30 seconds of the chatter's page. Personally, I don't like to do this because the chats are always going to be there. I trust my chatters to be on time, and like I know they're on time. And yeah, it's just, you want to be able to trust your staff. You don't want to be like screenshotting every 20 seconds of their page just to make sure they're chatting. But obviously you want to make sure they're replying quick. So within 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you want DMs being answered. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, big thing as well is to review chats and again, train your chatters properly. So let's say, whatever, he had a big conversation with a whale and he extracted $600. Then you go through and review. At the start, you're going to be doing this yourself. You go through the chats and have a look. Okay, this is where you could have done a bit better. Pick this up, note it down, and then hop on a call with the chatter and tell them exactly how they've messed up, where they could have extracted more money. And yeah, you just have to keep updated and stay on top of things, because if you just like set it and forget it, your business is gonna crash. You need to keep every week, just have a training call with them, make sure they're doing everything correctly and maximizing sales. I think that's it for outsourcing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I made another video on where to find chatters. You're gonna learn as you go. I know it's a big step to hop off the chats yourself and give that responsibility to someone else, but you have to do it. Like because you're the only person that can grow your business and propel it to where you want to go. Chatting, anyone can do chatting. You just have to train them properly. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you found a bit of value in the chatting course. That concludes it. Any questions you have, the free Telegram's down below. I'm very active in there. I'm replying to most of the messages. If you send a message in there, just tag me at Demir Nurs. If you're a creator watching this, looking for management, we are taking one more model for the month of March. So we have one spot for free in March. If you would like to work with me and my agency, shoot me a DM on Instagram or Telegram. That's it for today, guys. Another video out tomorrow, daily videos. Hopefully you're getting a bit of value from these. Well, I know you are, because I'm dropping fire content. So yeah, that's it for today. Peace out. Make a lot of money. See you in the next one.